Hey guys, welcome back. This is Dr. Ganzia again. So welcome back to my channel. I got a question recently from Umar. Thank you for your question. And his question was, what was the difference in salaries between Germany and Switzerland? So I'll try to explain it briefly. So before I go into the salaries, I have to make one thing clear. Germany and Switzerland are very different countries. Germany is more socially oriented while Switzerland is more capitalistic. And this makes a huge difference. What do I mean by that? Germany, in comparison to Switzerland, is a massive country. The population of Germany is around 82.5 million, and the population of Switzerland is around 8.2 million. So Germany is 10 times the size of Switzerland. Its economy is much more robust. It has massive industries. It is the fourth largest economy in the world. Switzerland, in comparison, is a much smaller country. It's a much tighter economy and a much more stable economy than Germany. And this makes a huge difference in the salaries, in the gross salary and the net salary that you get. Secondly, because Germany is a socialist country, the taxes in Germany are much higher than in Switzerland. In addition, there are many more deductions from your gross salary in Germany than in Switzerland. So this makes a huge difference between the gross salary that you get and the net salary that you finally get into your account after all the deductions. The deduction in Germany is around, for a single man living in Germany, for a single person living in Germany, would be around 42% deductions, whereas in Switzerland it would be between, I would say, 20 to 30% deductions. So net salary that you get is higher in Switzerland than in Germany. The social programs in Germany are much stronger. So you have a lot of social benefits for German citizens. For example, unemployment benefits, maternity leave, retirement insurance. All these kinds of programs, socialist programs, are available in Germany. This means you have to pay a large part of your salary to these programs so that if you were to lose your job or when you go into retirement, you are secured for your retirement or in case you lose your job. Switzerland too has this. The Swiss retirement scheme system is one of the best in the world. So Switzerland has this, but other programs like unemployment benefits are not as, or maternity leave are not as strong. So with this out of the way, let's see the difference in salaries between Germany and Switzerland. So I'll go stepwise. The first group category are doctors in training, that is those who are doing their residency. So residencies are around 5 years irrespective of which field in Germany or in Switzerland. Some residencies, for example cardiology, is around 6 years, but most of them are 5 years. So in Germany, your starting salary as a first year resident would be between 3,000 to 3,200 gross, and you would get around 2,000 to 2,200 net in your account after all the deductions. So a first year resident, a net, that is after deduction in taxes, deduction in unemployment benefits, deduction in retirement benefits and things like that, he would get around 2,200 or between 2,000 and 2,200 depending on the place, the state and things like that. So if you were to live in poorer parts of Germany like northern or northeastern Germany, you would get less compared to the richer states of Germany, that is Bavaria and Baden-Württemberg. So you would get between, I remember when I first started in 2011, I got around 1,900 to 2,000 in my account. Meanwhile, it has increased over time. It would be around 2,200. And a final year resident, of course, the amount you get increases gradually over the years. A final year resident, after all the night shifts, a German resident works around maximum of 58 hours per week with night shifts. So he would get, I would say, around a net of between 3,800 to 4,800 per month, or 5,000 maybe, depending on the state and how many night shifts. The more night shifts you do, obviously the more you get paid, but you cannot exceed 58 hours per week. So that would be a final year resident, a fifth year resident would get between 4,000 to 4,800 euros. And in Switzerland, the net would be, I would say, around 5 to 6,000 francs or euros. They're almost the same at the moment. So I would say between 5 to 6,000 is what a final year resident would get after taxes in Switzerland. The next category are those who have already finished their training. In German, this is called Facharzt. This is something like a consultant, but not yet a proper consultant. That is somebody who has just passed the exams and can work as a Facharzt. Mind you, these kind of positions are very common in Germany, but in Switzerland they're quite rare, because once you finish your training, there are plenty of consultant positions directly available in Switzerland. So a consultant position in Germany or Switzerland is called Oberarzt. So Oberarzt is a consultant. So in Germany, you might have to work for a couple of years before you get a position as an Oberarzt. In Switzerland, it's much easier to get into Oberarzt position. Much difficult to progress after Oberarzt in Switzerland, but I think in Germany it's much easier to progress from Oberarzt to a higher position, because the number of hospitals that are available in Germany. In Switzerland, an Oberarzt would get, I would say, between 7 to 10,000. Yeah, around 7 to 10,000 net, depending on which state and which city he's working in, and depending on his marital situation. If he's married with dependent children, he would get around 10,000. If he's a single person, he would get around 8 to 8,500 per month. So this is a very good salary net, and a gross salary would be between 14 to, I would say, 17,000 per month. I know of a hospital that pays Oberarzt 17,000 per month. So this would be a salary in Switzerland. In Germany, the number would be between 5 to 7,000 for Facharzt, and Oberarzt it would be, I would say, between 8 to 9,000 gross and net of around 7,000. So you could calculate something like around 2 to 3,000 less than in Switzerland in general gross, and maybe around 1 to 1,500 less in Germany compared to Switzerland. So approximately. And then you have the light and the Oberarzt, that is a senior consultant position. So a senior consultant is after about 5 to 6 years of being Oberarzt, you can get offered a senior consultant position, which is called a light and the Oberarzt. So in Germany, this would be between 10 to 14,000 gross, and net I would say would be between 8 to 10,000. And in Switzerland, light and Oberarzt is between 14 to 20,000, and net would be around 14 to 16,000. So approximately this, like I said, it depends on where you're working and your marital status and things like that. Of course, if you have two dependent children, if you have dependent children and a dependent wife, your taxes are much lower. The deductions in Switzerland are mainly for your retirement fund, which is one of the best in the world in Switzerland. It's a dry pillar system. I will explain that in a future video. Whereas in Germany, it's called Umlagerrente. Basically, you are financing those people who are getting older at the current moment. So when you get old, the people who are younger to you will be paying, who are in the working age group will be paying for your retirement. So it's not a very good system in Germany. In Switzerland, it's much more organized. It's organized better, the retirement fund. But you have better social programs in Germany. And then the last category is Chefarzt, that is head of the department. And this is where the huge difference comes. So in Germany, a Chefarzt, the head of the department, would earn, I would say, between 16 to 25,000. There was a time when they used to earn a lot, but not anymore. The contracts in Germany have changed. So depending on the hospital and depending on how much of a percentage he gets, and there's a lot of arrangement between the doctors and the hospitals. So it would be between 16 to 25,000. And in Switzerland, a Chefarzt, the head of the department, would get somewhere between 30 to 40,000. So this is where the huge difference comes. And with the lower taxes, that is a lot of money in Switzerland though. So the head of departments in Switzerland earn a lot of money. And this is where the huge difference comes in. And in general, I would say German doctors earn about I would say 1,000 to 2,000 less after taxes in Germany than in Switzerland, about $1,000 to $2,000 less. So now, is this a lot of money? If you consider the cost of living in Switzerland, an apartment costs double than in Germany, everything is double or triple than in Germany. So in the end, it almost balances out, you know. The salary, the amount you give out almost balances out between these two countries. I wouldn't say you would earn a lot more in Switzerland compared to Germany. With around 1,000 to 2,000 extra, this deficit is quickly wiped out, considering this excess is quickly wiped out considering the cost of living in Switzerland. A 100 square meter apartment in Germany you could probably get for around 1,400, depending on the cities and things like that. In Switzerland, 100 square meters apartment in the city of Zurich is easily around 3,500 euros, a good apartment. But the difference between Germany and Switzerland is that Switzerland means quality. Even compared to Germany, the quality of the food in the supermarkets, even though it's double the cost, is just better in Switzerland. The apartments are done better, the quality of the apartments are better, everything, you get value for your money, simply because it's a much smaller economy, much smaller population, and it's just as an example, 12% of the Swiss population are millionaires. So this shows you the amount of purchasing power in Switzerland is huge. The quality of life is better. Germany is great if you have a large family, because you have a lot of state support in Germany. And so this is the difference between salaries in Germany and Switzerland. I hope this helped. But if you have more questions, or if something is not clear, please don't hesitate to type it in the comment section. I want you guys to ask me questions, because I want you to give ideas on what you want to know. So don't hesitate, please write it in the comment section and I will try to answer most of your questions. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the like button, and see you in the next video. Bye.